With the Snyderverse on the horizon, a big possibility for HBO Max in the future, what top five future projects could we see on HBO Max, including even canceled projects that might get like a rebirth? So I'm gonna break down five projects that us fans want to see from the Snyderverse. Now, this is completely separate from the DCU, what they're doing there with the Flash film or the new Superman with Michael B. Jordan and what's his name? J.J. Abrams making. So let's break down five films or five projects that were in continuity of the Snyderverse that we may eventually get to see. Coming in at number five is the Cyborg film. Now, the Cyborg film was actually supposed to come out in 2020. Now, there were no attached directors to it. We just knew that Ray Fisher was going to star in it, and it was going to take place, it was going to be right after the first Justice League film. We never got that at all, and they just took that right off the board, especially with the things going on between Ray Fisher going after WB. I mean, I understand why it's not a film, but they were trying to put it into the Flash film directed by the one director that was supposed to direct the Flash film before, and then they canceled it. Before those two brothers that were supposed to do it that wrote Spider-Man Homecoming. He also had Cyborg playing a pivotal role in the Flash film, and so did the new Flash director that the new film's coming to make. But they took they're not recasting Ray Fisher, they just took his role out completely. Whatever. So what I like to see in the HBO Max Snyderverse is finally get a whole solo project, a miniseries, or a film of Cyborg with Ray Fisher returning and having Rick Famuyiwa, I believe that's how I might have butchered his last name, that's who was supposed to direct the original Flash film, have him return to do the Cyborg film, or even have our boy Zack Snyder do it. I actually think that Cyborg would be a cool way to do either. You could look at it two ways. You could do a miniseries for him, or you could just do one feature-length film. I think personally, I actually would like a miniseries. I think that'd be really cool. Now, coming in at number four is David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Now, we see a lot of tweets lately with David Ayer talking about how he wants to release his Suicide Squad cut because it's a really good film, he's saying, and that he wants to release it, but after James Gunn's Suicide Squad comes out. And I have a lot of respect for David Ayer there. So why not? Why not? That's part of the Snyderverse completely. It's not what DC is doing now in their DCU right now. So why not? Let's see the Ayer cut. Let's see a lot more Jared Leto. Let's actually see more of a gripping, darker story than what we got that was a fucking mess in theaters. So, that's number four. Coming in at number three is, you guys guessed it, Justice League 2 and 3 by Zack Snyder. This is obviously a big one. This would be probably the biggest thing that we would get if the Snyderverse does continue on HBO Max, is Justice League 2 and Justice League 3. So I put that at number three because I want to see the fuck out. I really want to see that. I really do. But I feel like this is going to be the biggest chance of what we're going to get out of everything I'm about to say. And obviously, it's called Snyderverse for a reason, for him to continue his story. These other solo projects would be cool to branch off into too as well, and have a whole Elseworld story hub, Flix hub, on HBO Max just for the Snyderverse. That'd be a really cool idea. Like I said before, I talked about Justice League 2 and 3, but like I said, this is a missed opportunity if somehow HBO Max doesn't take this project on for these two things. You can develop it into an original miniseries or original series as well for both of these films, but I just don't see the point. Just put them in as films. Why not? But also might make more money if you do it episodic this time around. So either way, if we get to see his vision completed, I'd be fucking happy. Coming in at number two is the Man of Steel 2 directed by Zack Snyder. I want to see Henry Cavill so bad back as Superman. I don't think we're going to get a solo film with him for the next 5 to 10 years in theaters with Henry Cavill reprising his role. So the best place to see it would be HBO Max. Put Superman there. Put this Man of Steel, Henry Cavill, we fucking all love him, as Man of Steel here. This is how the way I think you could do it is, I think the perfect opportunity is to do Man of Steel 2 before Justice League 2 comes out. And then my number one project I'll talk about after, you could do that too, right before Justice League 2, and then complete the story. Now, Man of Steel 2, whether it's a film or a miniseries, once again, these characters can work as a miniseries on HBO Max. These characters, Cyborg and Man of Steel, and the last one I'm about to talk to, can work as miniseries. Personally, I would probably want a film, personally, but if I get a miniseries, I'll be fucking happy. And if it's exclusive to HBO Max, gives me another reason to keep the streaming service. Why not? Alright guys, coming in at number one. Everybody has wanted this ever since we got that first tease and we heard Ben Affleck was supposed to direct the Batman film. And then we know what happened with Matt Reeves, Jeff Johns, all that bullshit. Now, whatever Matt Reeves is doing and Robert Pattinson, good for them. It looks really fucking cool. I'm not going to lie. But we all want that Ben Affleck solo film. We heard tidbits about it. We heard that Joe Manganiello was going to be the villain, Deathstroke, and then we heard that a lot of it was going to take place in the Arkham Asylum. Oh, fuck. And Affleck was talking about how he wanted to go more psychological with Batman. And then we heard some rumblings about Joe Manganiello saying that Bruce was going to get Batgirl into helping him defeat Deathstroke. I don't know if I really like that, but I still would love to fucking see it. Probably was going to be Anna Kendrick because them two, or that was his co-star and an accountant. I heard a lot of rumors about her either being Robin or Batgirl. And now we're not getting that. But why do I think that this would be the most probably right after, as long as the Snyderverse goes through with the Justice League 2 and 3? Well, I've been covering this since fucking fandom. There's been a lot of rumblings that Ben Affleck wants to come back as Batman now, and HBO Max wants him back for this series. Why not? Now, or why not for this project? I would personally, once again, I love seeing it more as a film, but I would understand 100% HBO Max's route to do it as a miniseries, and it would work. It really would. I like to see 7 hours of Batfleck, or fucking maybe 4 hours. I'd love to fucking see it. That script, from what I've heard, with him and Chris Terrio, I think it was Chris Terrio, I think it was, but the script that I heard about, or some of the pieces of what was going on, wow, it's just, I can't believe this got canceled. I just couldn't believe that WB was this incompetent to let Ben not do it, because this is something Ben this could make him really shine as a director and prove to himself that he's an incredible Batman. I still think he's one of the best Batman to date. I really do. I think he's better than Bale. I think he's better than Val Kilmer, way better than George Clooney, Adam West, and Michael Keaton. He's my all-time favorite Batman. He really is. But this would be incredible. That's why I say this is at number one, because this is something I really want. I want to see a lot more Batfleck. But after number two, if I can't get the solo project, I'll take Justice League 2 and 3 with him in it. But that's why I say, if you're going to do something like this, why not actually put this before Justice League 2? Because we know some of the shit that goes down in Justice League 2 and Justice League 3. I won't spoil some of the things that were supposed to happen in 3, but I'm just saying, why can't we do that? So, I mean, HBO Max, they know this is money making. My main problem that I can see with it is, we know the dilemma with Warner Brothers and their Civil War, but the rumblings is that Ben Affleck wants to come back as Batman now. The thing is, I want to know if that's 100%, because we know he's been out of the role, but he's been talking so much good about the character. And he's been healthy a lot lately. But he's been talking how he had a great time in Batman v Superman and not a good time on Justice League. He's talking about probably the reshoots and that shit with Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns and John Berg. So, I mean, personally, I think that he would come back as Batman. And if you need a co-director, get fucking Snyder on that shit, because he knows how to do Batman correctly. And I hate, to all you people that think he does not care about the character Superman, fucking he does. He loves Superman, and you can just tell by Man of Steel, the first one. But guys, let me know your thoughts below. What do you think of the top 5 projects that we want to see on HBO Max with the Snyderverse? Do you like them or you hate them? Do you want to see these things as well? I know you probably do. But thanks for watching, guys. Expect more content. Twitter in the link below. I know YouTube's got a problem with their algorithm. You won't get notifications right away. But if you follow my Twitter, I post right away. Once I released a video, you'll get a tweet right away that I released it if you want to keep up to date with the channel. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.